Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Beyond the Veil Tarot and Astrology. My name is Candace Marie, and I am back at it with your monthly horoscope for August of 2025. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm excited to be here. Honestly, August is a cosmic roller coaster this month. We're going to be seeing a lot of stuff going on. We've got some bold Leo vibes, obviously, and a game-changing Aquarius full moon. Now, Mars is going to be shaking things up in the sign of Libra, and I'll be breaking down your personal sign's horoscope with a focus on the month ahead, where it is kind of hitting in your houses, what's going on with your chart ruler, and how to make sense of it all. So please enjoy these personalized horoscopes for your sun, moon, or rising sign to slay August's energy. Now, you guys can take a look at this list right here. These are all the transits that I'm going to be going through for your horoscope this month. Equally, they're going to be down below in the description if you would like to make a copy of them. But the major highlights, obviously, month kicks off with the sun in Leo, and then we're going to see Mars entering into Libra on August 6th. We'll have a full moon in Aquarius at 16 degrees. That'll be taking place on August the 9th. Now, Mercury will be going direct in Leo, which means the Mercury retrograde's over. Still have a little bit of shadow. That'll be taking place on August 11th. And the longly anticipated, Venus conjunct Jupiter in Cancer, also on August 11th. Now, the sun then shifts into Virgo on the 22nd of the month, and we will see the first of two Virgo new moons, okay? So that's kind of rare and unusual. The second one will be a solar eclipse in September of 2025. So knowing that we're about a few short weeks out from coming into September's eclipse season, know that some of you guys might start feeling the rumbles of change. So in particular, if you have any personal planets or placements in the signs of Virgo or Pisces, that's what you guys are really going to be wanting to look for. Now, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. And without further ado, let's get started. Gemini and Gemini rising. My goodness, August 2025 is buzzing with ideas and connections for you. Your focus is on communication and learning with a side of creative flair. As you know, your chart ruler is retrograde at the beginning of the month. Mercury is retrograde in Leo in your third house. But it'll station direct on the 11th, so not too bad. This will help you clear up some mental fog and also amplify your voice. So now's the time to get ready to speak, write, or learn something new. Now, the month kicks off with the sun moving through your third house of communication, learning, and mind. So you like this house, right? Your mind's on fire. It's perfect for writing, speaking, or short trips. And the theme here is going to be focusing on vibrant communication. Now, on the 6th, you're going to see that Mars enters into Libra in your natal 5th house. It will be obviously in a fellow sister air sign. So you're also going to see Mars kind of playing with Uranus and Pluto. Air trines are beautiful. Everybody gets it, but I think that the air rising signs are really going to do well with this. And essentially what this means is, passion is surging, right? The 5th house is about romance, creativity, dating, fun, children, self-expression. And this is where you're willing to take bold risks. Now, Mars is dealing with social groups and friends and other people. It can also be about scheduling and timing. There's a lot of I want to take chances. I want to play the game. I want romance. And there can be a sense of you really focusing on what makes you happy, but there's a little bit of tension that's going to come up in the sky compared to what other people want. Now, I see this as a time where with, this particular transit, if you lean into Uranus in your sign, you can be more spontaneous when it comes to having fun, dating, or traveling. Okay, so that's the trine. Now, we will see on the 8th of the month, Mars will come into an opposition with Saturn. And truth be told, this is a little bit of a more tricky aspect to navigate. What we will find is that there will be tension between personal joy and group responsibilities. So the key here is really to focus on, staying patient with friends, having balanced fun, maybe, being like, hey, there's this thing I want to do. And other people are going to go, well, I don't want to do that, or that doesn't sound fun to me. And you're going to kind of have to find the middle ground. And decide whether or not you're going to let like Debbie Downers or other people kind of like squash your joy or your happiness. There can be a sense of you going, well, I have to do what's best for me, or I got to do what's best for my kids, or, there is a sense of me really needing to prioritize like my joy. And other people may have a hard time kind of processing that. Now, on the 9th of the month, you're going to see a full moon in Aquarius, which will be taking place in your natal 9th house, which will trine you by sign. So this Aquarius full moon will be around 16 degrees. I like it because it represents a breakthrough in beliefs, traveling, or learning. It might be time to expand your horizons. You might be completing a program. You might be traveling. You might find yourself at an airport and being kind of like on the go. And it's especially interesting for you guys because this full moon is about big picture growth, ruled by Uranus, which is going to be in your first house. And this represents you going, wow, I am wildly changing my beliefs about the world. I'm feeling more spontaneous. I'm wanting to get out there. I'm wanting to do something. I'm wanting to participate in learning, education, philosophy, and maybe, connecting with other people in other places, because Uranus can definitely deal with groups. So I love that for you guys. On the 9th of the month, you will see Mars in Libra then come into an opposition with Neptune. So this is a little tricky because there can be creative or romantic themes that can be coming up that cloud your judgment, okay? So this is about really grounding your vision in, relationships, in self-expression, in happiness, and not allowing yourself to kind of get sucked into other people's challenges, friendship drama, things like that. There can be a sense of other people feeling like you're putting yourself first or your needs first, and they can be very emotional, very sensitive about that, and they can feel like they're being overlooked. The key here, I think, is just, when it comes to dealing with other people, try to see other people's perspectives, but don't take on some of the drama. I think that's really the best advice that I can give you. On the 11th of the month, you will see Mercury go direct, and this will be in Leo. So the Mercury retrograde is now over, and this is your chart ruler. So it's going to clear up any miscommunications or misunderstandings you've had. You are Mercury, as is your home. So if there has been some miscommunications with neighbors, problems with siblings, if there's been issues with vehicles, if there's been delays with moving, right? Issues with gadgets, problems with contracts. These things now I think are going to kind of get cleared up and make it easier for you, obviously, to speak your truth. So you're going to be feeling a little bit more confident because of the clarity that will come through. Now, on the 11th of the month, we also see Saturn sextile Uranus in your sign in the first house. And this is where maybe innovative ideas are kind of aligning with your personal growth. This is a time to shine in groups. Obviously, Saturn is retrograde, so it's going to be about social innovation and reflecting on what your goals are, who you're connecting with, and whether or not you're connecting with the people who are going to help you be the best, newest version of yourself. Uranus in the first house is you're reinventing yourself. So it could also mean that there's changes going on with relationships because you're on the move and you're a little bit more spontaneous and flexible. Maybe you're making friends with people in new places. You're joining new online communities. Now, on the 11th of the month also, we will see Venus conjunct Jupiter in Cancer. So this is a really big conjunction for everybody. Jupiter is exalted here, which means it performs extra well. And Venus is about love, abundance, money, right? So Venus is connected to things you don't see coming, maybe past life stuff or things that are kind of subconscious or more spiritual, as well as romance and creativity. So it's funny because you guys might have a very significant, lucky financial boost. And this is perfect for investing in yourself, making a luxurious kind of purchase, maybe knowing your worth and feeling more abundant in that sense. It could also mean that, this is a really good day to take a risk on a relationship or a creative project, or maybe what you're investing in is, a hobby. Maybe you're spending money on your kids, but you're going to feel good about this purchase. It's going to be something that's going to make you feel good. And it's definitely going to bring some abundance your way. Now, on the 22nd of the month, you're going to see the sun then move into Virgo. And when this happens, the sun is shifting from the 3rd into the 4th, where now there's going to be much more of a focus on your home and your family. And Virgo is all about getting practical. So this is like organizing your space, focusing on domestic order. Maybe it means that you are going to be communicating with your family more. Obviously, I think about, the new moon the next day, which will be on the 23rd. And for many of you guys, this is going to be about setting new intentions when it comes to home. So maybe you're wanting to feel more grounded in your home life. Maybe you want fresh roots and you're going to be saying, hey, I'm looking for a new home, or I'm selling my property. I'm ready to sign a contract or a lease revolving around home. And you can really focus on, setting those intentions moving forward. Something that I will say is that new moon does square Uranus in your sign, okay? And this is the first of 2 Virgo new moons. There will be another one in September, which will be a solar eclipse. So the universe is giving us a double dose of, okay, we got to do more work in this area. South node eclipses are coming in your 4th house. We're going to see 2 new moons in your 4th house, one of which is going to square Uranus. I feel like a lot of Gemini and Gemini risings are starting to feel very restless, and they're realizing that, something's got to change, and they either need out of the house or there needs to be a new home front that's coming. And then finally, you're going to see Venus in Leo. That'll be on the 25th of the month. Venus moves into your 3rd house, where it's going to be more about kind of charming words and connections. You can flirt. You can pitch ideas with flair. Definitely great for, investing in like gadgets. It can also be a good time where you're thinking about looking at vehicles, you're taking a short distance trip, creative writing, anything revolving around like media, self-expression, having heartfelt conversations with romantic partners or children is definitely highlighted. And then on the 28th of the month, Uranus in your sign will come into a sextile with Neptune. And so, it's dancing with Saturn and Neptune. So the themes are similar. Aries is my role, right, in what I'm changing, who I'm connecting to, or who I'm kind of icing out. And I think you're going to find that there's intuitive insights that are coming up for you about your identity and your place in the world, what your goals really are, who your friends really are, and feeling very inspired to express yourself in a different way. So in a nutshell, my personal advice for you guys is, with Mars going into your 5th house, channel passion into art or romance. Avoid drama. You might see some drama either with kids, younger people, romantic partners around the 8th. So I would say, good day to be focusing on a creative hobby, right? Painting, dancing, playing an instrument. That'll help kind of alleviate some of the tension. On the the full moon, which will be in your 9th house, is going to be in Aquarius. And I think that's such a strong transit for you with the Uranus being the ruler in your 1st house. I feel like this is a time where you're going to see a new perspective. And the question is are you ready to embrace it? You might be thinking right around the time that Mercury goes direct, you know what, actually, it is time to book a trip. I am ready to take a class. I am ready to learn something new. Treat yourself around something sweet or something nice around August 11th. Just don't overspend with the Jupiter-Venus conjunction. Remind yourself that you are worthy of abundance. And when that new moon in Virgo comes in, this is a good time to declutter your space or reconnect with family. And if you need to set a goal for a calmer home or a new space, you should do so. All right, so my Gemini and Gemini rising, August is your time to shine. You're shining through your words and your ideas. I believe that Mercury's got your back. It may not feel like it in the beginning of the month, but when it goes direct, you're going to be feeling more inclined to speak out boldly and express yourself. So let's see what the tarot says for you for the month ahead. All right, I like this card for you. You get the Page of Wands, okay? Which can represent a younger person, and it can be connected to Leos, Aries, or Sagittariuses, but this can also be you. And I'm wondering if this is connected to the Mars-Libra transit in your 5th house. If there is something here that's like, you're feeling more adventurous, you're curious, you're wanting to learn something new, you're wanting to try something new, something you haven't done before. Maybe you're feeling like, hey, I want to go and, like I said, learn an instrument or take a dance class, or maybe you want to do something that's going to be a little bit more risky when it comes to putting yourself out there and meeting people. It might mean also that you're exploring with new ways of being able to creatively express yourself. That's been a huge theme throughout the Mercury retrograde in Leo. So anything that you have been thinking about starting, initiating, or kind of learning, it's almost like you're kind of just you're dipping your toe into the water. You're not fully committing yet. You just want to see if you like it and you want to try it out. But I think that the more you're willing to find time to play, right? Pages are children. So creating for the sake of creating, not feeling like there has to be some kind of outcome or anything like that. You're not trying to necessarily start a business or launch something. It's just like, I enjoy doing this. That's what you want to do. You want to be in that state of play. Look for opportunities to kind of connect with younger people. It can also indicate that there is a more youthful kind of fire sign energy that comes into your life that really reminds you that you have to take time to stop and smell the roses. All right, so that's your August 2025 horoscope. I hope it's helpful for you guys. Obviously, this month is all about balancing moves with inner clarity. Drop me a comment below. I'd love to hear how you guys are doing with this month's energy. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and sharing is caring. You also want to make sure that you check out your sun, moon, and rising predictions. You got to look at all 3 videos to kind of get a general insight as to what's going to be going on this month. And make sure you guys are subscribed. You want to stay in the know with some of the eclipses that are going to be coming next month in September. Now you can see more about me and my work, book a personal reading, pick up a personal transit calendar, or I teach astrology as well as tarot. So check out the links below. Head over to my website at beyondtheveiltarot.com. Until then, I'll see you guys the next month. I hope August is a beautiful month for you.